You're so fine and you're all mine. I just want everyone to know. I'll tell the world, yeah. I'll tell the world. I just want everyone to know.
What's going on, everybody? Happy flippin' Friday. What is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cap Nation Live, ready to rock, ready to roll on this beautiful and blessed Friday. Late morning here on the West. Afternoon, early afternoon on the East Coast. What is going on, everybody? Hey, Zeus. Sippy Sports Show in the house. Oh, my Lord, Mr. Grover. What's going on? Greg Engel, what's going on? Shane Russell, Joe Free. Everybody else tuning in. Who's ready to rock and roll? Peter, what's going on, man? If you're on my personal plays, they're not out yet. We had another winning day yesterday going 2-1. Premium plays, lights out again yesterday. Delivering the heat with a 3-0 sweep of the board yesterday for all of our premium play members. Back-to-back sweeps, mind you. Back-to-back sweeps for all of our premium play members. And we're going to do it again today. It's going to be another big day today for everybody. Juan, what's going on, man? How are you, sir? Premium plays yesterday. Giants, winner. Blue Jays, winner. Yankees, run line, winner. We had no system plays yesterday. We've got 3 starting today. We've won 11 straight. We've won 37 out of the last 38 system plays, and 51 out of the last 53 system plays have all cashed. And we're going to do it yet again all weekend long, baby. All weekend long. So, by the way, tomorrow's live show. Ah, shit. Hold on. FedEx is here. Give me 1 second, guys, all right? I do apologize. We'll be right back in about a minute and a half. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Friday deliveries. I love these deliveries. Got one yesterday, got a care package today. You guys can't see me, but I can see you. All right, we're back. Harold Taylor, are there system plays for football? No, system plays only apply to baseball. That is it. Mauricio, what is going on, my brother? How are you, sir? But yeah, system plays only apply and are only capable of happening in baseball. So anybody who tells you otherwise is a fucking liar. Nonetheless, ready to rock and roll on this beautiful and blessed morning. And let's get it. Ronald, what's going on, man? How about those Phillies in the clutch you gave out? Woo! Woo! We had a couple games yesterday that we were lucky on in the clutch at the very end. Mr. Blevins, what's going on? Not only the Phillies, but the Giants, The Braves came on late. Yankees came on later in the game as well. So very glad to have everything that had cashed that we got yesterday. Because we were cashing yesterday. That we were. That we were. And we're going to be cashing again today. We will be cashing again today. Give me 1 second, folks. What the hell is that? All right. Reading through the comments. So, Hall of Fame game. Steelers getting the job done as anticipated. I know there was a lot of people out there that were hating on that one, saying it was the Cowboys, they're the better team, the Steelers suck, yada, 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 whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, Steelers getting the job done for everybody as well, if you did bet them. Absolutely, Neverez. Absolutely. New day, new dollar, ready to make some more today. We're going to go over some of the games today. We're not going to go through all of them. But before I ran out to go sign for a package, we're going to make an announcement. We as in all of us, as well as you guys. So tomorrow's live show. By the way, let me check the game time because tomorrow's live show will be starting at the same time. 10 a.m. on the West, 1 p.m. on the East Coast. All right? 10 a.m. on the West, 1 p.m. on the East Coast. Special guest for a regular live show, none other than FC himself, is going to come on the regular live show tomorrow. We will have a members only live tomorrow as well. We will have another members only live as well tomorrow. But the main live show is going to feature the man himself. Dr. FC will be in the house. He is in Houston for UFC 265. And he'll be back as well for the regular live show tomorrow. And it's going to be a good one. Give me 1 second, folks. All right, there we go. That we did, Renaud. Patrick King, what's going on? Glad to see you tuning in. DSA, what's going on? So, Dr. FC will be in the house with us tomorrow discussing UFC 265 during the regular live show. During the regular live show. He will be on live with us. Don't know exactly what time yet, but at one point tomorrow, he will be on the regular live show in the morning with us, so or afternoon if you're on the East Coast. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. All right, so yesterday's personal plays, like I said, 2-1. Phillies winner. Reds laying 1.5 winner. Astros laying 1.5. The only loser that I had yesterday, unfortunately. But nonetheless, it's okay. We'll take the winning day after winning day. And moving into a big weekend, I expect a big day today. And again, if you're on premium plays, they're already posted. All right? If you're on my personal plays, they're not out yet. We'll have them out after the live show. Don't worry. That one early game at 2:20 Eastern time between the White Sox and the Cubs is not part of my personal plays. All right? It's not part of my personal plays. Now, we actually have a play on both the side and the total on this one. We've got a premium play as well as another play somewhere along the lines. So, If you want to know what we're on as far as the side and the total, I do apologize. We're going to skip right over that one. We're going to focus in on the very first game on the board between the Mets and the Phillies, a 7:05 Eastern time game. And again, we're going to have a lot of plays on on a lot of these games, especially with new system plays opening up for the weekend and all of that. So we're not going to be able to give out all the leans that I have or plays that I have, but we're going to talk about as much as we possibly can. We get Stroman on the mound against Gibson today. Let me pop up the live, most accurate and updated odds. And we'll see what kind of damage we can do today. By the way, the poll is spinning and it's lit. So you guys all know what that means. William tuning in via text. Good morning to you as well, sir. Good morning to you as well. All right. Update this board for us. We got to update it. It's blank, and we got to update it. Of course, the board is offline. Why has it got to be offline today? Everything is offline. Happy Friday, right? Let's see if we can get that Vibe Interactive board back up on the screen. Nothing yet. Give me 1 second, folks. Let's see if we can get this Vibe Interactive board up on the screen. Hang on tight, guys. We're resetting everything. Everything went offline this morning. Everything went offline. But let's see if we can get that Vibe Interactive board back up for you guys. It should come back up on. But anyways, I'll get it updated. There we go. It might have just came back up. Hold on. It's trying, it's working, it's thinking. Nothing yet. Anyways, I'll update the board while we're waiting. College football just 22 sleeps away. The NFL regular season, 34 sleeps away. Man, we're getting close, folks. We are getting close. Let's see here if we can get this Vibe board back up and running, because it doesn't want to work for us. Very weird. Huh. Anyways, probably need to refresh everything. Hey guys, hold on 1 second. Ha! That is absolutely awesome. Welcome to the guys on the bus of the Gary Allen Band watching us live right now. I will be at the concert later today and with my wife, and super stoked to have you guys tuning in, as well as having us at your show today. Super pumped. Rich, enjoy your first day of fishing on vacation. That is absolutely awesome. Extremely jealous of that one. Tar Heel Tim says, what's up, Cap Nation? Just gave my thumbs up. We appreciate it. What we're going to do today, we're going to jump right into the action, right into the games. Even with all the technical difficulties that we're having today, will not stop us from making money. Tampa Bay and Baltimore going at it. We'll talk about that here in a little bit when we get done talking about the Mets and the Phillies. We'll talk about the Mariners and the Yankees. Nationals and those hot Braves, hot Atlanta. We'll talk about that as well. But let's start with the very first one. We do have the live odds currently updated from our friends over at betonline.ag. This should be a good one, folks. Stroman against Gibson. Stroman battling back from a losing record, trying to get back to even. He's 7-10 on the year. Oh, Roger Jackson, thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up. FC's free picks equal trash, huh? Maybe you should get on his paid card. But I beg to differ. You wouldn't know his free picks because he's been giving them out only to YouTube exclusive members, and you, sir, are not a YouTube exclusive member. But thanks for trolling on by. Got a frozen screen. Thank you. We'll fix that one. Everything's malfunctioning today. Good old technology. But yes, Roger, thanks for trolling on by. Alrighty. Stroman, 7-10 on the year. 122 innings pitched so far on the year. 7-10 with a 2.8 ERA, if you ask me. You got to ask yourself why. Well, first of all, it's the New York Mets. Apologize if you are a New York Mets fan. He's got a 1.11 whip, 101 strikeouts with 26 walks through 122 completed innings. And he's 7-10 on the year. The poor guy should have a winning record, but unfortunately he pitches for the Mets, who can't seem to win when he is on the mound. Now, they've won 7 times when he's on the mound, 56 and 52, or, well, he's recorded 7 wins, that is. 56 and 52, 4 games above 500. When you take a look at his last outing, a little abbreviated start the other day on the 3rd, let's see here, hold on. Now my iPad's screwing up. He had that little suspended inning start not long ago, but what to expect out of him today going up against Kyle Gibson. Gibson's going to be rock solid. We all know when Gibson pitches, he's been rock solid. Now, keep in mind, hold up, timeout. Hold on, we got to reboot this. All right, there we go. Gibson, in his last outing, finally we have it up. 6 2/3 innings, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. Ronald, right, when we're bugged by spies. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks for Gibson in his last outing. Solid outing for him, 6 2/3, only gave up 2 runs. He did give up 3 against the Astros, and if you go back into the middle of July, I believe it was the 19th, he got absolutely murdered by the Tigers. Gave up 8 runs on 10 hits in 5 innings. Recorded just 2 strikeouts, had 2 walks. Roger, you wouldn't know what FC's free picks are because all his free plays are given out during the Members Only Live show. So, sir, you're not a part of the Members Only Live club. So it'd be very hard, for you to even know what his free plays are. But anyways, back to Kyle Gibson. I think we get a solid start out of him today. Keep in mind, this will only be his second start as a Phillies. Thank you, Jesus. The last outing, and his first outing for the Phillies, they recorded him a win. 15-4 for the Phillies back on Kyle Gibson's last start. Here they are at home, and, there's no denying the Phillies are hot. Winners of 5 straight. We've cashed a couple system plays on them as of late. They've been putting money in our pockets consistently throughout the season. We've been timing them right. 6-4 in their last 10. Going up against the New York Mets today, who are just 3-7 in their last 10. And a straight straight dumpster fire. And again, we've been fading the Mets pretty nicely as of late, and we've been timing it right. Now, we stayed away from them against the Marlins. In my opinion, two trash teams. I'd rather stay off of it and not touch it. But as far as this one goes, do lean towards the Phillies. They're 3 games above 500. They've won 5 straight. They're second in the NL East. And I apologize. The Mets are not trash. If anybody's, I mean, they're in first place. Obviously, every team goes through cycles, the highs and lows of any professional sport. You know, they're just on a downward trend right now. You know, and we've seen it time and time again where the Mets just break out to a stellar season and then they just start petering off. Is that going to be the case? We're going to find out as the season goes on. But, you know, you got to give credit where credit is due. It doesn't matter, you know, that they're 3-7 in their last 10 or coming off a loss, you know, to the Marlins yesterday. The Mets are not a dumpster fire. They're not trash. They're first in the NL East. I mean, you got to give that much to them. But today, I do lean the Phillies. All right, I do lean towards the Phillies. As far as that scoreboard goes and what to expect with the total, with Stroman and Gibson on the mound, the total's at 9.5 here. You know, the Phillies, their bats have been producing runs. They scored 7 in their last game against the Nationals, 9 before that, 5 before that, 7 against the Nationals in Game 1. Their final game in that Pittsburgh series, they scored 15, but they were on a little lackluster little trend right before that where they scored 2 in a loss and 0 in a 7-0 loss. Before that against the Nationals as well, they had 11, then they had 1, you know, so the Phillies' bats have been very hot as of late. The Mets, what can you say about their bats? Well, you take a look at their last series against the Marlins. They lost 4-2. They won 5-3. They lost 5-4. They lost 6-3. Going back a little bit farther back than that, in their series, their 3-game series against the Reds, lost 7-1, won 5-4, lost 6-2. The Mets' bats have not been cracking. That's a fact. Even against Atlanta, you know, they lost 6-3. They won 2-1. They lost 12-5. They won 1-0. They lost 2-0. You know, in a 5-game series against the Braves. What to expect out of this one? As hot as the Phillies are with their bats, Stroman coming up on the mound, I gotta feel that the under has to have some value here. It is only minus 105. The books actually have the over favored, over 9.5, minus $1.15. Whereas the under is minus 105. I gotta say, and you guys all know, I'm not an under better. I don't like betting unders. Do I bet unders? Yes, because if you're betting, you gotta bet where the money, where you're gonna get paid at. The over is just more fun when you're taking the over because I'd rather root for runs. But I just don't see it happen in this one. I think the game is going to go down to the wire. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. But if it goes down to the wire and it somehow goes into extra innings and we're tied 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, all bets are off in extra innings now because of the runner starting at second and all of that shenanigans. All bets are off if it goes to extra innings. But if it doesn't go to extra innings, I think we can cash the under 9.5. Strong lean on that one. That's more like an FC lean. Maybe I'll throw a little wager on it. Maybe I'll throw a little $300 wager on it. But again, it's nothing that, I've got an extreme amount of confidence in. If it is, it would be a, premium play or one of my personal plays for today. So there's my leans on that one. Now, cycling back around, let's talk about the Rays and the Orioles. Yarbrough on the mound against Means. The Rays laying $1.53 currently at our friends over at BetOnline. On the road, that is, minus $1.53. Plus 141 for the Orioles, who are plus 1.5, minus $1.15. Tampa Bay on the run line, minus 1.5 is minus 105, with a total over and under 9.5 runs. Over 9.5 runs. And by the way, the over is minus 125, plus 105 for the under. Bookmakers are trying. They're begging you to take the under, giving you that plus money. But there's a lot of money coming in on the over on this game with Yarbrough on the mound. with his 4.58 ERA, going up against John Means with his 2.84 ERA. Let's take a look at John Means first. 5-3 for the Orioles on the year, winning record. He's pitched 88 and 2/3 innings so far this season. 2.84 ERA with a 0.87 WHIP, 79 strikeouts, 15 walks over the course of those 88 and 2/3 innings. When you take a look at his last outing against the Tigers, keep in mind the Tigers have just been murdering people. The Tigers have been winning. Tigers' bats have been cracking. They were not against John Means. He went 6 complete innings, gave up 1 run on 4 hits, had 6 strikeouts and a single walk, and that 1 run that he had was a solo home that he gave up to Mountcastle in the, to Haas in the 4th inning, I believe it was. Now, that was one of the games that the Orioles upset the Tigers. All right, they beat them 5-2 in that game. When John Means is on the mound, I'm sorry, but the Orioles are always live. At least for 6 innings. At least for that 5 to 6, possibly 7 innings. He's gone 7 innings multiple times. He went 7 innings against the Twins. He went 7 innings against Oakland on the back-to-back of seeing him on the 25th and the 30th of April. He went 7 innings against the Rangers and multiple times against the Yankees and the Red Sox earlier in the season as well. So he's capable to deliver 7 solid innings. As far as this one goes, we do have a play on the side, but I will discuss the total on this one. But keep in mind, I said this in their last series, anytime, Means is on the mound, the Orioles are live, especially when you find them and they're catching that, plus 200. Not the case today. They're only plus 140 at home. 141, that is. But as far as, the total goes, you get Yarbrough on the mound for the Rays, and he's a wild card. He's a wild card. The last time he faced the Orioles, let's skip his last 2 games. His last outing was not very good. All right? The Red Sox tagged him for 5 runs on 4 hits in 5 innings. Before that, he had a very solid solid 7 innings against the Indians. But his game before that, 3 games back, he did just face the Orioles. And let me tell you, on July 19th, they got him. And they got him good. Gave up 6 runs on 8 hits in 5 2/3 innings. Did have 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Gave up no home runs in that game. But keep in mind, Yarbrough's given up 3 home runs over the course of the last 2 games. And he's given up what? With the exception of his last game against the Orioles, he's given up a home run in 4 games straight. 2-1, 1-1. With the Orioles game wedged right in the middle where he did not give up a home run, give up that long ball. I think a lot of bookmakers see that number and they instantly are expecting the public to jump on board the over. The last outing before that on June 11th, he kept the Orioles in check for 6 innings. 2 runs on 3 hits. He had 6 strikeouts. He is capable of going the distance. We've already seen that. He pitched a complete game against the Yankees. Gave up 2 runs on 6 hits against the Yanks. He's already got 1 complete game this season. As far as this game goes, again, I like the under. And the fact that it's plus money makes it even more enticing. Now, I don't know if I like it enough to go fire big on it. Maybe something smaller, kind of like the under in the Phillies game. But I can definitely see the under having value here, especially the fact that the bookmakers are going to give you plus money on them by taking the under. The population will be on the over. I would probably wait to bet it for the fact that the over is over 9.5 and it's minus $1.25. Okay? It's minus $1.25. Now, you don't see a lot of baseball totals go higher throughout the day. You see a lot of juice adjusted. It's already at 125. If the line on this one continues to rise towards the over, which I don't expect it to really jump up anymore. I don't expect it to hit 10, but for some reason you may want to wait. BetOnline has it minus 125 for the over. I would probably wait to see if it happens to hit 10. I don't think it will. If it hits 10, I'll probably move it to a bet. But as far as today goes, I do like the under as of right now, under 9.5. Ross Pitts, what's going on, sir? Says you're on Atlanta tonight. Hot Atlanta, absolutely. Nathan says seems like a lot of gems today. A lot of gems can lead to a lot of losers as well. When you think you see a lot of gems, it could be one of those trap, sneaky days, and maybe that's where it's going to be. The books are begging people to jump on board the overs on the first two games that we've given out. They've given the perception that everybody in the world is betting the over on both of those games. Which the Phillies game they are, the Mets and the Phillies, I believe it's 91% to 9% on the over as of right now from what I've been able to see. All right, moving along. See if we can't possibly find us one of those gem of a strikeout props, which we've done a few times so far this week. Are we going to find it in the Mariners and the Yankees game? We're going to find out. We're going to take a look. Gonzalez on the mound for the Mariners. Mariners come in plus 157 against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium, with Peralta on the mound laying $1.71 currently at our friends over at BetOnline. Total on this one, over and under 10. The over having to lay at minus $1.17 minus $1.17 or minus 103 for the under. The Mariners at plus 1.5, they're minus $1.22. The Yankees on the run line, minus 1.5, plus money, plus 102. As far as this one goes, let's dive in depth into this one, guys. Marco Gonzalez, 3-5 on the year, 5.16 ERA with a 1.39 WHIP, 60 strikeouts, 24 walks through 73 and a third innings. Now, Gonzalez in his last couple outings have been really quality starts. Now, his last outing was a great start against the Rangers, but keep in mind it was against the Rangers and on the bottom of the barrel in the American League. Gave up one run, 5 hits through 6 innings, struck out 4, walked 0. Now, walks have been Marco Gonzalez's problem. We talked about this last week when he was facing the Rangers, and we talked about his walks and what happens when he walks a lot of batters. He generally gives up a lot of runs. All right? He's good for 2 to 3 walks a game on average. Just so happens in his last outing against the Rangers, he walked 0, struck out 4, and pitched a gem for 6 innings. Before that, against the A's, he pitched 5 2/3 innings, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. Solid outing there, 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. The game before that, in Colorado, Mile High Stadium, way up there in altitude where the ball just seems to travel. 5 innings pitched, gave up 2 runs on 6 hits. Solid outing right there. 3 walks. Yeah, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. The fact that he was able to walk 3, give up 6 hits, and only give up just a couple runs, those 2 runs says a lot. Now, he has been tagged multiple times throughout the year, and he's been very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. And he straightened it up so far in his last 3-4 starts, and I like that part. Now, Wandy Peralta for the Yanks. In his last outing, give me 1 second. Pulling up his last outing. He didn't make it very far, but he came in middle relief. Did give up a hit and a run. Came in for middle relief, in the closing spot, actually. Getting the start today and what to expect out of him moving to a starting role out of the bullpen. there's still a lot of unknown variables when you move the guy out of the bullpen to the starting role, unless it's somebody like Alex Wood, who would be in the bullpen for half the season and come out after a pitcher goes on the IR or the DL. As far as this one today, from what I know of Wandy, he has the capability to get the Yankees a couple solid innings, 3, 4 maybe to start today. I'd be very shocked if he went 5 innings. Yanks are 10 games above 500, third in the AL East. A must-win situation for not just the Yanks, but the Mariners as well. Yankees have been trending in the right direction, 8-2 in their last 10, winners of 3 straight. Here they are going to try and pull a rabbit out of the hat with old Wandy at the helm. Total on this one, over and under 10. I think the over has value, but I'm going to steer clear of it. All right, I'm going to steer clear of it. I think there might be better opportunities in this game. In the long haul, the Yankees should get the job done. However, the wild card to me is old Wandy and what he's capable of doing in those first 5. The Mariners are plus a half a run in the first 5, plus 100 even money. They're plus 155 on the money line. It's kind of enticing for a first 5 bet, but again, I'm going to steer clear of that part. And as much as I think the Yankees are live for the full game, I'm just not sure. But here is something that I am going to dabble a little bit in. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 quick second. Unless the Yankees bring Wandy in to do something like the Rays do just as an opener, Peralta, even in the first inning, to have 2 strikeouts, is plus 215. Yes, folks, that's not an error. He's plus 215 to have 2 strikeouts in this game. Now, Gonzalez over 5.5 is plus money at plus 122. Steering clear of that one. I don't care if Peralta comes in for a single inning. I'm going to take that plus 215 and hope that he strikes out 2 of the 3 batters that he'll probably face, maybe 4. So I'm going to throw that up on the board. But again, hey, the Vibe board is back online. How about that? Perfect timing, right? Perfect timing. The Vibe board is back online. Get that screen up on the board. You guys will be able to see the Vibe board now when we put up the plays up there. So, we are putting up the old Wandy prop, all right? And hopefully it's a dandy. Wandy Peralta. Don't worry, it'll pop up there. Get this. Over 1.5 Ks. And remember, For everybody that's not familiar with baseball terminology, Ks are strikeouts. The fact that it's plus .215 I love my chances even more. I love my chances even more. Peralta, over 1.5 strikeouts. At plus a monstrous .215 for a strikeout prop. You could actually get one strikeout and it's minus .417. I'd hate for it to be 3 up and 3 down with 3 fly balls to left field. That would suck. Coming in as an opener. But again, that is what I'm going to be betting as far as a strikeout prop goes as of right now. Let's continue on. Again, as far as the side goes, we've got to play on the side. As far as the full game total, you know, I lean towards the over, but I got to stay away from it. I got to stay away from it. By the way, if you guys are in Arizona tonight, Gary Allen is playing at the Harris Auction Casino out in Maricopa. If you guys got nothing to do on a Friday night, it's going to be one hell of a show. Come on out. I'll be out there as well. All right, so bouncing around. Let's talk about the Red Sox and the Blue Jays. Jesus says the Red Sox are winning today. I'm inclined to think that as well. But keep in mind, we've won some serious money on Manoah and his strikeout prop. That we have. Alex Manoah on the mound going up against Eovaldi. We will take a look at this game in depth. Let's pop up the live odds courtesy of our friends over at Bet Online. Internet is slow today. All right, there we go. Blue Jays minus $1.42 on the money line. Red Sox come in on the road, coming off a loss to the Tigers, getting their asses handed to them 8-1. Nathan says the Red Sox been playing like turd. Absolutely, they have 3-7 in their last 10. They're plus 131 on the money line, plus 1.5, minus $1.52. The Blue Jays laying 1.5, plus 132. The Blue Jays, what can we say about them? Winners of 3 straight since they've been playing at home. They've been absolutely on a tear, 8-2 in their last 10. Jesus says Eovaldi going to be strong today. You know, we're going to get a pitcher's duel today. Alek Manoah, 3-1 on the year. Let's start with the Blue Jays and Alek Manoah because we've talked about him quite a bit. He pitched an absolute gem for us in that last game, although we missed a strikeout prop with him. The first time in 4 straight games he was under 6 strikeouts, and we had it at 4.5, and he hit 4. He made it 7 complete innings. Gave up 2 hits, no runs. 4 strikeouts and a walk. Ronald says the internet is slow and so are the people with the thumbs up. You were too generous. Yes, folks, if you haven't already done so, please do. Hit the thumbs up button. We greatly appreciate it when you do. It helps our show get trending in the right direction when we're filming live. Before that, Manoah's previous 4 starts, 2 of them against Tampa Bay, made it 3 2/3 inning, 3 runs on 3 hits, 9 strikeouts, but he had that big 3 walks. Before that, against Tampa Bay, pitched a 7-inning gem, no runs on 3 hits. He had 10 strikeouts and 1 walk. And then 6 strikeouts and 6 strikeouts. His strikeouts have been phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, except in his last outing. Now, for the Red Sox, with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound, he's 9-6 on the year. 9 of the Red Sox 64 wins have been credited to Eovaldi. 3.71 ERA with a 1.19 whip. 120 strikeouts. 22 walks through 121 and 2/3 innings. 121 and a third innings. Ross Pitt says he's got Eovaldi's strikeout prop. We're going to take a look at the pitching props on this one because maybe we can find a little double up on it as well. In his last outing against the Rays, he has been tagged. They absolutely got to him. If you guys remember in this one, wasn't long ago, just on the 31st, pitched 5 1/3 innings, gave up 6 runs on 6 hits. And they had that 6 strikeouts, kind of that mysterious 666 number right there. Only a walk, though. Gave up 2 home runs to the Rays. Before that, 2 quality starts, both against the Yankees, went 7 2/3 and 5 innings in another start against the Yankees. Gave up 3 runs over those 2 starts, and he had a total of 15 strikeouts. Now, his last 3 games, he's got 21 strikeouts over the last 3 games. Before we jump into the side or the total on this one, inquiring minds want to know about the strikeout prop. Eovaldi's strikeout prop is plus money over 5.5 at plus 127. He's done it for over 5.5. Eovaldi has done it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight games. Now, Alek Manoah's strikeout prop, we're getting juiced. Over 5.5 is minus $1.52. The books are wisening up, folks. The books are wisening up here. Now, I'm inclined to like Alek Manoah's over 5.5 as well. And I can't lie. I like both of them. I like both of these strikeout props. I'm inclined to say a little strikeout parlay with Manoah and Eovaldi as well. Minus $1.52 and the plus 127. Now, I don't know if they're going to allow... they may not allow Bet Online anyways. The in-game parlay, they're not going to, but I would imagine FanDuel or DraftKings will, because they allow a lot of same game parlays. And I'm not trying to load the board with strikeout props today, but I really like these strikeout props today. I really do. I really do. So, they're going on the board because I'm going to bet them. And remember, when you deal with me, you get to deal with somebody that's actually betting on the game. And let me tell you, it's a lot different when you get to deal with somebody with skin in the game. So let's get these on the board here, the Vibe Interactive free play board. Alek Manoah. Over 5.5 strikeouts. Gonna have to lay a little bit of juice with this one. Minus $1.52, but remember, juice only matters when you lose, and I honestly don't think we're losing this one tonight. All right, boys and girls? Now the next one, which we'll have at plus money. Nathan Eovaldi. Talk about a strikeout prop kind of day, huh? Over 5.5 as well. And we're getting the big plus money on this one. There we go. We can get this correct. Get those up on the board. So we've got 3 strikeout props. And you guys know me. Prop bets, I bet smaller. I'm always betting smaller on a prop bet. Going over them, we've got Wandy Peralta, over 1.5 strikeouts. Now, more than likely, he's going to come in for an inning, and that's it. So I wouldn't go very big on the plus 215. All right, full disclaimer there. So if you come in and you tell me you lost your whole bankroll and you can't pay your mortgage or buy your baby mama diapers because you lost it on Wandy's strikeout prop, we'll probably have to smack you upside the head and send you to go watch the clowns. Alek Manoah over 5.5 Ks minus $1.52. I think he'll get to that one. He did not get us a strikeout prop win in his last outing, but I think we get it today. And then Nathan Eovaldi over 5.5 strikeouts at plus money at plus 127. So even if you were to win the Manoah strikeout prop and we drop the Eovaldi, if you bet them the same, we're breaking even. But I think we cash both of them today. I think we will cash both of them. And again, if you haven't already done so, please do hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel right down at the bottom. And then remember, YouTube exclusive members only content we've been delivering. Another win last night for all our YouTube exclusive members. And it's going to be a good time. Now, back to the game itself. A lot of action. We haven't even got to the damn game yet. As far as this one goes. On the total, the over and under 9. I've gone back and forth. I want to say I love the over. But I've just got a sneaky suspicion that we see a pitcher's duel for at least the first half of the game. And what happens after that, there's no telling. Now, generally speaking, if I'm going to be taking a total, I'm going to be expecting, some opening runs coming, off the starting pitchers. I don't know if that's going to be the case today. While I do lean towards the over, and it's priced right at 9, I think there's a better play at hand. I really do. I think there's a better play at hand. And I believe it has to do with a little dog action here. Now, not necessarily plus money. And we all know the Red Sox have been playing like a bag of ass in their last 10 games. What'd I say they were? 3-7 in their last 10. Struggling against the Tigers. And they get the exact opposite against the Blue Jays today. They get a team that's trending in the right direction. Kicking ass, taking names, and is red hot. 8-2 in their last 10, winners of 3 straight. But then again, they just won 3 straight against Cleveland. You got to take that into consideration. They might be 8-10 or 8-2 in their last 10, but that was against the likes of the Indians, where they swept. Well, they won the series 3-1. They swept the Royals 3-0. And they just had a 4-game series against the Red Sox where they split them out 2-2. They lost that first game 5-4. They won the second game 4-1 after a postponed game. Then they had a doubleheader on a Wednesday. They won the first one 4-1, and they lost the back end of that 7-inning doubleheader 4-1. And then obviously Thursday, they got their second win 13-1, which was a monster win. Now, the Blue Jays bats have been cracking. It's always cause for concern if you're betting against them. especially if your team hasn't been able to produce that many runs. But where I think the money should be, or at least my money should be, and I'm going to be giving this out. If you guys haven't done so, hit that thumbs up button. All right? Because I'm going to give you guys a personal play today. This will make my personal play card. And I should withhold you until you guys at least, get us some more. But time is of the essence. Red Sox and the Blue Jays. We're going to take the Red Sox here on the run line, plus 1.5. It's moved a tad bit. It was minus 150. It's now minus 152. You got to lay a little bit more. But it's going up on that Vibe Interactive free play board. We're going to make it a damn good day. Well, the Vibe Interactive board almost worked correctly for us. All right, Red Sox, plus 1.5 on the run line, minus $1.52. Is where I will be with my wager. By the way, that will be on one of my personal plays. If you want the rest of them, you'll have to get on board. By the way, game of the week is today. Monster game of the week today. Jesus says he loves the game of the week today. Fantastic. You have until 8 p.m. Eastern time to get on board my game of the week today. As always, it does come with the little guarantee. For some reason, we drop it. Just got to stick my foot in my mouth. We'll get you the next one on the house. Ain't going to be no freebies today. All right, so bouncing around. Now, here's an interesting game that I actually don't have any action on. Kansas City and St. Louis. I don't have $1 on this game, side or the total. Let's go over the line first, then we'll talk about the game itself and the matchup that we have. It's a little 5:15 on the West Coast, 8:15 on the East Coast game. Royals, Cardinals. Cardinals with Wainwright on the mound, minus $1.51. Kansas City with Mike Minor, former Braves, on the mound at plus 139. Over and under set at 8. The over minus $1.15. The under minus 105. Now, a lot of people might be seeing that Kim was supposed to start for the Cardinals. And that was the case. But I did get word that Adam Wainwright will be the starter for the Cardinals later on this evening. Joseph, I did. But I haven't bet it yet. So I said I don't have $1 on it. But I will. But thanks for giving away what we gave out in the free play video. This is a very interesting one. Good old Mike Minor. He has made me an absolute shit pile of money over the years. However, we faded him an absolute ton the last couple of years. Not so much this year. He's recorded the Royals 8 of their 47 victories. He's got credited to his name. He does have that big high ERA this season, 5.31 with a 1.25 whip, 125 and a third strikeouts. 125 and a third innings with 121 strikeouts and just 37 walks. Wainwright, winning record 9-6 on the year. 132 and 2/3 innings pitched, 124 strikeouts, 32 walks. Joseph, no, wasn't pulling the play because of the pitcher's change. We knew Wainwright was playing from the start. That's why we put out the game. I think it's very even when it comes to what we're going to see out of the pitchers today, and I'll go over that. Very even over the course of the pitchers. And that's one of the reasons why I like the run line and the play that we gave out on the Royals. Now, when you take a look at Mike Minor, he got roughed up in his last start against the Blue Jays. Made it 7 innings. Gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. 6 strikeouts and a walk. 7 strikeouts and 2 walks against the White Sox before that. Made it 6 complete innings. Gave up just 2 runs on 3 hits. Now, that game where he got torched against the Blue Jays and he gave up those 4 runs, he did give up 2 home runs. Gave up 2 long balls. Obviously, him being in the National League previously, he does have experience facing off against St. Louis over the course of his time. Obviously, not the entire same roster. As far as what to expect out of him today, I can't see him getting roughed up by the Cardinals. I think we'll get 6, maybe 7 innings out of him. The Cardinals are 2 games under 500, third in the NL Central, and a win and needing a massive win situation. The Cardinals just 4-6 in their last 10, losers of 3 straight. Trending in the wrong direction. You've got Kansas City winners of 2 straight, 5-5 in their last 10, 3-2 victory over the White Sox yesterday, breaking hearts. Adam Wainwright, we're going to get 6-7 innings out of it. We know that's what we're going to get out of him. He's going to give up some hits. He's going to give up 5-6 hits, just like he always does. If he gives up some walks, maybe we'll get a couple extra runs mixed in there. He's given up a home run in each of his last 2 starts. He's given up 4 home runs over the last 4 starts, but his start against the Cubs, they did not hit any long balls against him. Number 50 for the Cardinals is going to give themselves a solid opportunity. He's going to give his team a solid opportunity. But he's going to have another solid opportunity on the other side of the field when Mike Minor's on the mound. As far as this game goes, I think the runs either come in that first inning or later towards the 6th or 7th inning if somebody's scoring runs on this, against these players or these pitchers. First 5, I lean towards the under, but it's 4. I'm not a big fan of under 4s. And again, that's just a lean on the under 4 in the first 5. It's plus 100 even money. Again, I'm not going to be betting it, just so you guys know. Lean, we're leaning on it. Doesn't mean that we're, rolling with it, all right? As far as the full total on the game, over and under 8, if the runs happen, I expect them realistically. Maybe, somebody knocks in a run or 2 in the first inning, rattles one of these pitchers, and then they get into their groove and they have a solid outing. Or maybe I'm completely ass backwards and, one of them's going to get tagged. Hopefully it's not Minor. But I don't expect that. I expect these pitchers to have another solid outing today and go that 6 or 7 innings. So first 5 under, full game, probably under as well for the game, but staying away from that one. But as far as the full game, I do like, and we gave it out as a daily free play, the Kansas City Royals plus 1.5 today. This may be one of those dog days where the dogs are barking. They don't have to win to put money in our pocket. They just got to cover that 1.5. Lose by 1 or win the damn game, and we'll be cashing. Now, I don't want to load the board with more strikeout props. But we can get Mike Minor over 4.5 strikeouts. And I like that today, just so you guys know. If I didn't already have 3 strikeout props up there, Mike Minor's strikeout prop over 4.5 would be going on the board. So it's juiced a little bit, minus 135. It's not a lot of juice. Over 4.5 Ks. If we didn't already have the 3 up there, we'd be rolling with it again. All right, we'd be rolling with it again. So, moving along, because you guys don't get me for that much longer today, let's go take a look at the Battle of LA. The Battle of SoCal. By the way, the LA Angels will always be the Anaheim Angels to me. And you guys know me, I'm not a Dodger fan one bit. My mother and my whole family are huge, with the exception of my grandmother, who's from the Bay Area, are all huge, diehard Dodger fans. Have grown up as an Atlanta Braves fan. A lot of heated battles, let me tell you. So just so you guys know, even though I am from Southern California originally, unbiased opinion when it comes to the Dodgers and the Angels. All I want is where are we going to make our money at? That's all that matters to me. Let's take a look at this one. David Price on the mound for the Dodgers today, going up against old Sandoval for the Angels. Dodgers are a 2-1 favorite here, minus 200. It's actually came down a little bit. They were laying 220 a little bit ago. Not bad now, if you ask me. Minus 200. Not a big fan of having to lay 2-1, but I'll do it if it's going to produce a winner. The LA Angels plus 184. Total sitting over and under 8.5. The over minus 107. The under minus $1.13. Now, you must know, and David Price's last 2 outings, obviously not the one where he came in for an inning against Arizona, but July 29th against San Francisco and July 23rd against Colorado. And they were in LA at Chavez Ravine against Colorado. He got hit around. Against San Francisco, he lasted 4 1/3 innings. Gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Against Colorado, they tagged him for 2 long balls, 2 home runs, and 5 2/3 innings. He gave up 3 runs on 4 hits. Just so happens the run's coming by way of home run against David Price. What to expect out of him today? I think we get a solid outing against David Price against the Angels. Patrick Sandoval for the Angels. His last start against the A's, he went 5 2/3 innings, gave up a single run on 4 hits. How he only gave up 1 run with 6 strikeouts and 6 walks. Yes, folks, 6 walks. You walk 6 batters in a game and you give up 1 run. I mean, bravo Zulu to this kid. Walk 6 batters, and you only are responsible for 1 run in 5 2/3 innings. Wow. Talk about giving the A's opportunities in that game. And the A's had enough. The A's won 2-0, but those runs came in the 4th and I believe the 8th inning. Those little tallies up on the scoreboard. His outing before that for Sandoval against the Twins. Stellar outing, 8 2/3 innings. Gave up 1 run on a single hit. And by the way, it was in the 9th inning with 2 outs. They made it a close game. Angels ended up winning 2-1. But Sandoval nearly gave that game away at the very end. But man, what a hell of a start that was. 8 2/3 innings, gave up a solo home run in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. He had 13 strikes and a single walk in that game. Again, Sandoval in the strikeouts, I'm inclined to lean towards that today if you can get it over 5.5 or less. Now, His strikeout prop, you're not going to because, well, I guess you can. You just got to lay juice. You can get over 5.5 minus 143. So this might be a monster strikeout prop kind of day. Sandoval strikeout prop over 5.5 minus 143. It's enticing. It really is. But again, it's the LA Dodgers. And if there's any team that can avoid the strikeouts, it's the LA Dodgers and put some hurt on. Now, as far as the full game goes on this one, I want to say I lean towards the LA Dodgers, but the possibility of Sandoval pitching a gem is possible against the Dodgers. So I got to stay off of that one. It's the reason why it's not part of our premium plays. It's the reason why it's not part of my personal plays. You know, the Angels have won 3 straight. Dodgers 6-4 in their last 10 coming off a win. I'll be honest, I do like the Angels in the first 5 though. Plus a half a run. You know, more of a strong lean on that one. You're getting plus money at plus 105. Plus a half a run in the first 5. I think we get a solid outing by both pitchers. And if for some reason the Angels are able to tag David Price early and get a run or 2, which he seems to give up in every game, you know, all the more power to taking the Angels in the first 5. There's not many teams that are better than the Dodgers at scoring runs in the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th inning. So I don't know if I really like the Angels at plus 1.5. Maybe the Dodgers pull away later in the game. If for some reason they can get Patrick Sandoval's pitch count high and get him out of the inning or get him out of the game, you know, before those later innings, 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, then maybe they'll have a chance to, you know, do what the Dodgers do best, and that's score late in games. But I think Sandoval will have a solid outing today. So big, strong lean on the first 5 for the LA Angels. Now, tomorrow's live show. By the way, game of the week, just a friendly reminder. Game of the week. You have until 8 p.m. Eastern time to get on board. 8 p.m. Eastern time. The UFC Max Fight Pick for tomorrow. FC's UFC Max Fight Pick coming off the double Max Fight Pick wins last weekend. The Max Fight Picks are on the website, or the Max Fight Pick is on the website. It's already locked, loaded, ready to go. The rest of the UFC will be there in just a little bit. Now, tomorrow's live show, 1 p.m. Eastern time, 10 Pacific. All right? 10 in the morning on the West, 1 p.m. Eastern on the East. Tomorrow's live show, at one point, we will bring on Dr. FC himself to talk about the UFC. And if you guys are not familiar with this man, you will be tomorrow. All right, he's been coming on our members-only live shows for a while now, off and on. It's always a lot of fun. I get to make fun of him. He's very long-winded. I mean, this guy's going to talk for an hour about one subject, about one fight. Now, I'll cut him off and we'll keep the ball rolling. But he's very long and heavy-winded, if you know what I mean. But his knowledge is absolutely insane. I will make him give out gems. I will pry it out of him, and he won't even know it. But we always have a great time when FC comes on, the members only live, and I finally talked him into the regular live show for tomorrow. So don't miss that one, and if you do, you can always watch the archive version. Renault, absolutely same time, same bat channel tomorrow. Let me flash that board for you guys. I know you guys are going to hit that thumbs up button on your way out the door. 34 sleeps until the regular season of the NFL. 22 sleeps until college football is here. Go Trojans, fight on. Wandy Peralta over 1.5 strikeouts. He's going to come in for an inning. If we got more than an inning out of him, I'd probably shock myself. But plus 215 it's just too good not to take. Alek Manoah, that's with a K at the end of his name. Over 5.5 Ks, minus 152. Nathan Eovaldi over 5.5 Ks in the same game, plus 127. And then the Red Sox plus 1.5 and lay the minus 152 as well, which, by the way, that will be a personal play. That is what I have today, my friends. It's time for me to get out of here. If you guys are on my personal plays, stand by to stand by. I'll have them out to you guys shortly. It's time to get shit done in the office, head home, get ready, take my wife to Harris Auction, and we're going to be at Gary Allen tonight. And you guys all know we're always going to his concert when he's in town. All right, guys, everybody that is tuning in, including the guys in the Gary Allen Band, thank you all for tuning in. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Please remember, when you're wagering, wager responsibly. Don't do anything stupid. I know the first of the month just happened. All right? So if your baby's mama needs diapers or your mortgage needs paid, you don't want that car repoed, so bet within your means, not over your head there, Slicks, all right? Good luck. Wager responsibly. We'll see you guys all live tomorrow. Good luck, everybody.